see who wants to come in today and chat. Not as bored as I was the other day. All right, who wants to come and talk? Who's out there driving right now? I'm not muted. Oh, there it goes. Who's out there in the YouTube land? I wish I had a community tab so I can inform people when I'm trying to go live. Make it a lot easier. Ooh, Amazon got some good rates tonight. Decent rates, I would say, not good. Decent. Click the link. No, I'm not working today. Papaya salad. No, I'm not working today, man. I was actually just looking on Amazon's load board to see what I can do tonight. Currently, I'm setting up for C.H. Robinson. I just got to do one more step with them. I got to go print out a piece of paper for their factoring because their factoring is a little bit cheaper than OTR for me. I guess OTR gives different people different prices, but I just got to go print out this paper and send it back to them. But I'm already set up with them, so that's cool. If you want to come in and chat, you don't got to text. You could click that Melon app link at the top. You can use your phone, tablet, PC. Doesn't matter. I think my first load with the C.H. Robinson is going to be next week. And that's only because the loads that I see right now, they're going to roll into Thursday or Friday. And I have a load going to Charlottesville Friday. So I can't take that. Otherwise, I jump on what I see right now. A couple loads going to Georgia. I seen one going to Roanoke, Virginia Beach. Decent pay on all of them. What are you up to today? Papaya salad? Oh, that's information. I'm just sitting around today. I needed to make a video, so I said, forget it. I'll go live. I got some video ideas that I need to do. Um, in fact, I need to start shooting for one of them. Information that I want to put out, like always. Um, so I'm just sitting around, not doing much of nothing. Got to find a good time to actually go live where I don't want to go too late, but I kind of feel I'm too early. But I was just sitting around, so I was like, forget it. I'll go ahead and connect. And Mothership keeps sending me loads, but before I can take the loads, they're already gone. I think they're doing that on purpose with me. I swear. Because before I could see the loads just fine. Now I can't see them but for a fraction of a second. And in that fraction of a second, you don't have a chance to actually pick the load, which is crazy. Why not? Why no OTR? I actually will be. That's what I'm gearing up to do. Yeah, I was actually just looking at a load going to Florida that I wouldn't mind doing. The price was like $2,900. I was like, oh, that could be nice. It was going to West Palm Beach from Richmond to West Palm Beach, Florida. So yeah, I'm actually gearing up to start going over the road. I guess it's about time. Uh, Through the CH Robinson app, they got a couple loads going. I don't want to go up north, but I'll go Pennsylvania. I seen some upstate New York, Michigan, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. I don't have a ton of loads for my criteria, and then that also depends on if they will accept a box truck too. I assume they will. I'm just gonna have to run with it. It didn't let you join. Yeah, come on in, step on in. Let's have an actual conversation. It's like it's cool being able to talk to people like this, like you see me talking, but you can come on in and we can actually chat, video call. Kevin Samuel style. I rather, you actually see people and talk to them. It flows so much smoother. But yeah, Big Vic, it was the one who put me on CH Robinson. Um, he gets a lot of loads from them, and so I'm going to go ahead and start hitting the road a little bit. I'm not exactly sure how far I want to go. I'll do overnights and everything, but my one problem with overnight is the money has to be there for me to, get a room because I'm not sleeping in my truck. I can't do that. I could take a nap in the truck, like if I was sitting at a dock and I needed to, and I've had to do that with Amazon when they started shifting. The post office started shifting some of their loads to you pick up at 1 a.m. and you got to deliver it at almost 5 a.m. because the workers wasn't there. So I've had to take a nap in the truck. I don't mind that, a 30-minute hour nap. I don't mind that, but I'm not sleeping for the night in the truck. I'm too long for that. I wake up with serious back problems and I already have enough. Hmm. Yeah, once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can actually start doing community tabs so people can. No, you don't need a mailing account. All you got to do is just I have the account. All you got to do is click the link, and it'll go. If you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be on camera. Sound like Kevin Samuels. Uh, but if you want to be on camera, cool. And it'll just check your camera, check your mic, and then you can just it'll show you that you're in, and then I can click you in, and you can start talking. We can hear each other. Well, I can hear you then, and see you if that be the case. Because I want to go live more often, but I don't want to just be me talking to the camera and everybody listening. I want, like, I'm an information nerd, I would say. So it's one thing reading the comments and stuff. Hold on, let me see here. I just clicked it. It's taking me to it. Type that in exactly. And it's taking me to it when I click it. Actually, yeah. Go to your browser and type that in exactly what you see on the screen. melanapp.com/D1I and all of that. I tried it on my phone before I started and it worked on my phone as well. And then last time I was on before I started, I sent it to a friend of mine. He doesn't have a Melon app. He doesn't know anything about this. And I was able to talk to him and he was able to join too. Let me put it back in the chat. Here, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna generate a new link, and oh, I can't generate a new link. Okay, never mind. All right, I'm gonna put a different link. All right, try that link. See what it does. Well, it's working for me. Huh. That's odd. I tested this out. It worked before. What's going on? Hmm. Hopefully I can get it straight. I like this app. It's really intuitive. But if people can't get in, what am I paying for? I'm not going to be on here too long. I just wanted to see who was on, see who wanted to chitty chat. I got to do this a lot more so people get, well, that's what I need to do. I guess I should have a schedule. A lot of people are still at work and or driving. It's midday. Maybe like 6 or 7 should be a good time to get on. Oh, or put out a pre-video. Put out a video ahead of time like I did before to give a heads up of when I'm going live. Okay. Couldn't get on. That's weird because like when I click the link and I go from my phone, it doesn't ask me for any information. Um, yeah, that's weird. Uh, Actually, I'm looking for an Amazon load tonight, possibly. I was just on the load board looking. Let me see. They got what I don't like is the amount of stops. That's what I don't like. Um, there goes one going up into the Shenandoah region of Virginia. I mean, it's only 3 stops. It's 107 miles, which isn't bad. So Gordonsville and Shenandoah. It's $2.37 a mile. 253 altogether. It's not horrible, but somewhat they have. And at the same time, let me look at the main load board and see. It's probably slim pickings right now. Actually, no, not really. Like they have one going from 247 miles is $405 at $1.64 a mile. That's robbery. And here's one that's even worse. The same location, the same destination, same pickup spot, same destination, 247 miles for $1.45 a mile, $359 altogether. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like I didn't start seeing those prices till about um, within the last month or so. That's robbery. And they're giving the whole board full of prices like that with early access. So it's not an early access thing. Um, and I don't. There's no way you can survive driving 247 miles because remember, you got to drive 247 miles back. Fuel wise, you're not making no money. So off that price, let's see. Yeah, you might be making 275 for the day. That's not worth it. I was making better money as a HVAC tech. That's the the sad part about it. They're making way better money, and didn't have none of this overhead to put out. There's absolutely no way, and that's why I signed up for the CH Robinson, because there's absolutely no way you can survive unless you own your truck completely, but then you still have insurance to pay. But I guess if you bust your butt, you can make that make sense. Most people can't make that make sense because it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. I would assume who's taking these loads. Okay, so at my facility, a lot of the people, I'd say 75% of the people there are actually employees. Um, they don't own the truck. Some, like a lot of the carriers, they get the contract loads that Amazon has, and they pay their employees. I mean, our area around here, the Richmond, Virginia area, as far as employment goes, $12 an hour is considered okay. 15 bucks is considered a little better around here. Um, and our cost of living isn't crazy, but it's not cheap either. Like, it's not crazy to rent a piece of property, but it's crazy to own one, because the houses are overpriced. And that was way before COVID. They were still overpriced. Like, for my size house, depending on where you're at, my size house, which is 2,000 square feet, on the other side of Henrico, where I live, is $200,000 more than what I paid for this. Like, it's ridiculous. But the people that's taking those loads are the employees, and they don't have a choice because they just work for the guy. They just work for whoever is grabbing. They might be grabbing better loads. From what Big Vic was telling me, there's possibly better loads when you do the contracts and say, hey, I got 5 trucks. I'll take these loads, and you actually probably get a better rate. But the employees around here, what's left, I don't know if this is what's left from after those companies take their loads, but there's no way you can survive off this. Absolutely no way. This one's Thursday morning. I possibly could do that. All 3 of those are Thursday. But I don't want to go to Shenandoah. So, that's the name of the game right now. That's why it's time to move on from Amazon. The load I have Friday is actually from a guy who used to do Amazon around here when it first started in 2016. And he has 5 trucks, but he doesn't touch Amazon anymore. He said he stopped touching Amazon 2 years ago. So he brokers his own deals, and he has a load for me that will be every Friday going to Charlottesville, which is probably like 115 mile, 120 mile distance. Charlottesville and Lynchburg for $450, which ain't bad. It's good. It's about an Amazon run, nothing crazy. Definitely. And mind you, I do my own maintenance. So if if one of these trucks break down and you're taking these prices of loads, there's no way you can afford a blown tire. There's absolutely no way. Just a blown tire. One of my tires is $350 brand new. I don't like recaps, especially on commercial trucks. So $350 brand new. It blows on the highway. You're talking about the price of the tire and for them to come out and fix it. That's easily like $600-700. Like, there's no way you can afford this. You'd be losing 4 or 5 days worth of going out making money just to have one accident and a tow truck company come and charge you out the wazoo for it. But I think Amazon knows what they're doing, though, and they don't care. No different than they care about running a mom and pop store or business out of town or out of business. They don't really care. So when it comes to them, they're like, whatever. We don't care. somebody's going to do it, which is kind of evident. Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to see this stuff and be like, I'll take it. Or be so desperate because they're just getting into it. You know, YouTube is a catch-22. They see people doing this stuff and making big money, and some of these guys is making big money, so it causes people to flood into the market, which happened this summer. I got wind of it and did my research, and I've been in trucking before, so I did my research on the non-CDL box truck and said, okay, that's something I can do. I can make some money. I haven't made nearly as much money as I should have this summer, only because I didn't go over the road, but that's neither here nor there. I was still all right. But with these loads going lower, there's no way I can survive and be all right. Yeah, there's absolutely no way. Amazon is just they're like Apple, like Google, like the rest of the giant companies. They're bullies, and they really don't care what you have going on and what it's going to take you to operate. Yeah, you said that, man. Listen, people that rent, absolutely no way you can make money. Absolutely no way. Unless you have the sweetest deal and mileage isn't a factor, absolutely no way you can make money. What was it? In August, because Amazon kept, and I'm glad I found Mothership, and actually Mothership started taking off in September, because August, they really hit me hard to the point where I was like, I had the money, but it was like, man, I'm really dipping into my savings to pay my truck payment. They were really making it hard. So anybody that's renting, and at one point, Enterprise said, before I bought my truck, Enterprise said you have to have a 6-month agreement with them to rent one of their trucks. So after I had bought my truck, they had already started that policy. I don't know if it was just my branch or the company-wide, but if you rented a truck, that you had to have a 6-month agreement with them. So if you got that payment that's gonna come out, it's like you got to hit the road, which most people don't mind hitting the road, especially if it's shorter. It's just not an option for me. I mean, well, it's an option for me, but sleeping in the truck, that I can't do that. So, you know, as long as the money makes sense enough for me to be out there, I don't mind doing it. I don't mind doing it at all. And that's like, I wish I actually can. No, I can't. It's on this Navistar app. It's on an app. I wish I could share my screen to show some of these loads that I'm seeing. And this is my criteria for C.H. Robinson was actually pretty strict. Um, but I can say it though. Like, here goes one going to Massachusetts from Fredericksburg, which is about 40 miles north of me, to Massachusetts, Lakeville, Massachusetts, for $2,400, and the weight is 8,700. Now, of course, I'd have to call them to make sure they wouldn't complain about a box truck. But as long as they don't complain about a box truck and the item isn't too long, you know, they shouldn't have a problem with me taking that, doing something like that. I wouldn't go up to Massachusetts with it, but here goes one from Virginia Beach to Riviera Beach, Florida, 890 miles. So, you know, that's an overnighter, of course, but 2650, and the weight is 6748. Like, once again, you'd have to call them to see if, make sure they wouldn't complain about a box truck. But if they took it, then, you know, that's a worthwhile drive. I can make that make sense. And then through this app, unlike Amazon, on the way back, you can make some money, which I haven't tried that yet. Like if I went to, that's New Jersey. I wouldn't go to New Jersey. Oh, Virginia Beach to Philly. That's a decent one. $1,180. It's picking up today. What's today? Oh, tomorrow. And delivering on the 14th by 12 p.m. See, they got some good stuff on here. 7,500, 7,100 pounds, 280 miles. That's a good little run right there. See, okay, let's do a comparison. C.H. Robinson has a load going from Virginia Beach, which is roughly an hour and 45 minutes away from me, deadhead, to Philly. 280 miles total distance, 7,100 pounds, and it's paying $1,180, right? And here on Amazon, you have, I can actually show this screen. Can't I? Yeah, I can. There we go. Oops. Hold on. Being an amateur over here. All right. So Amazon. Look at these rates. Look at that. That sucks. This one sucks. These rates are horrible. So distance 247 miles for at $1.64 for 405, and C.H. Robinson has a 280 mile run for 1,180. That just shows how hard we are getting ripped off with Amazon. And is this one no touch? It says no touch on it. So this is also, don't even get out the truck. So you get to where you're going, stay where you're at. Stay in the truck. Don't even have to get out the truck, and it's paying almost 3 times more. Might as well call it 3 times more. So that's the type of stuff. Oh no, C.H. Robinson is a what are they? I guess I wouldn't call them a broker, but I guess you would call them a broker. So they have loads on here that go through them because they pay as well. Oh man, I wish I had the ability to show my. You know what? I think I can. Let me see. I'm gonna try and pull up the mother one. There's nothing on the mothership though. Yeah, well, there's really nothing to show on mothership because they don't really show anything. I'd actually have to have a load for them to show something. But it's not the mothership app is basically them. The C.H. Robinson app is all different types of companies that book their loads through C.H. Robinson, and then we can, once you sign up to them, you can go and look at the loads pick them up, whether it be box truck, reefer, flatbed, tractor trailer. So they have, it's basically like DAT, but you don't pay, and that's one thing I like about it. I didn't have to pay to get on to this load board, um, and the price of DAT for what I was seeing on there and calling everybody and all the work you got to do. Oh, you're getting all endorsements. You can't lose. You get all endorsements. You can't lose. I had no interest in hazmat, um, but you still can't lose. You're even more valuable. You become super valuable with all your endorsements. I had triples and doubles, standard air brake, just regular tractor trailer stuff. But that's just a test. The hazmat is just a test. When does the school start? See, I don't plan on going back to school. I went to school once already. Um, there's no need for me to go again. I know how to drive tractor trailer. I It's interesting now. They've broken it up to if you take the test of the automatic, you can drive nothing but automatics. So, do you plan to do that? It doesn't matter nowadays. Nobody is standing over you calling you a punk because you can't shift gears. You can't shift it on 3 weeks because you can't shift the 18 wheeler. I mean, 18 speed, high, low, and all that stuff. When I was driving tractor trailer, the automatics, that was about 2006 when I first started driving tractor trailer. The automatics weren't as great then. I think Volvo had some because I was driving internationals. Um, who else? I drove a little bit of everything. Nothing crazy, standard trucks, but everything I drove was stick shift. Besides for the straight trucks. The straight trucks, some of them were automatic, some of them were stick shift. But most of what I drove was stick shift. But you know, who cares if it's stick or not? True, and I get that. Don't want to limit yourself. Um, and I feel the same way. Might as well get stick and go the whole nine. You know, but at the same time, anybody that isn't comfortable driving stick, because I remember if you're in an area that has a hill, DMV will take you on a hill, and a rollback is a failure. You're technically not supposed to roll back in your truck while you're on a hill. You need to clutch it to keep it going forward, pulling your load forward. So, anybody that doesn't feel comfortable driving stick, which most people don't even know how to drive stick because we don't make any stick cars anymore. I think that should be um, mandatory to drive stick. Because if you're driving and you're shifting gears, guess what you're not doing? On your phone, looking at stuff, not paying attention to the road. So I think a stick should be mandatory. Yeah, I mean, listen. When you get to the mountains and you got to drive a tractor trailer, like Charlottesville, it's mountainous, and they're decent sized mountains. We got decent sized mountains here, but nothing super crazy. But yeah, it gets tricky on hills. And then if you ever notice, watch next time you go outside and you're driving, watch how close people get to a truck's bumper while he's on a hill. Like that truck doesn't roll back. Like it can't lose brakes. People will get right up on your bumper in their little automatic and just keep creeping forward. Every time you touch forward, they move forward. Not even thinking, maybe I shouldn't be right on the ass of that truck. But how you doing, man? Thank you for that. You want to come in and talk? Click that link at the top. Click the pin link. Anybody want to come in and chat? Anybody want to come in and chat? I don't care. We can chat it up. Hopefully the link is working for others. But yeah, you're going to go get your CDL and getting all endorsements. Yeah, you'll be especially right now. Now, if you pay attention to the news, we got several tankers sitting on the coast of California that they won't let in because it seems like they're trying to shut down the economy. Oh, yeah, you did. No, wait a minute, no, I didn't. That was me. Did he click? You try and come in? I don't see nobody. But we got several tankers on the coast of California of goods that it seems like they won't. I don't know what the issue is. Why they enough workers? I don't know. But it seems like they're trying to really dig in to crash the economy because we got a whole bunch of goods out there, and they won't allow them to come in. Either that, or they're just going to flood the economy with a bunch of stuff, drive the prices down, and crash it a different way. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. But there's a lot of truckers out there in the West that got a lot of products sitting out there that they can drive to wherever it's got to go. But I don't know what we're doing, what these politicians are doing. It makes no sense. Click the pin link if you want to come in and chat. You don't have to have a Melon app account. You just got to click the link. It'll go over your camera, your mic, and you don't have to be on camera. But of course, we got to hear you. And press OK. You'll be able to join in, and I'll be able to bring you into the live stream, and you can chat. That might be true. I didn't think about that. Wholesale companies. Yeah, that might be true because I was looking at a YouTube channel the other day, and the guy was saying that this is out of Australia. He's saying the companies are buying up a bunch of the stuff that they need to make their products just in case they shut down again, which Australia is already in a Gregorian slave state. I don't know what the hell's going on down there. But yeah, I can see that happening here. Companies, well, I guess it will be smart, but if you can't get the product because they won't let the ships in, then that's another story. But yeah, buy all the product you need so you can continue making money, I guess. The way things are going right now, it's like people, I don't know, it's like common sense would just tell you, pay people more to get the product onto land, to get it in the truckers' hands so the truckers can get it to the store. But it just doesn't seem to work that way. It's like people aren't thinking. I want somebody to come in and talk. I be hearing my own voice too much. You guys got to understand, I make videos by myself all the time. So I like to hear other people's voice. It makes me feel not crazy. Let me paint this picture for you. To do this YouTube thing, you have to sit. Most people aren't outgoing enough to just put the camera out and just start talking. They feel weird. It makes you feel weird. And you have to sit by yourself, looking into this lens and talk to yourself. knowing that somebody else will see it later. But at the time you're doing it, and I've gotten over this hump. This is what caused me to stop doing YouTube a couple of years back, because it's like I just can't get over this hump. I feel so weird talking to a camera. Like right now, my wife is in there working. I'm in here by myself, and I see people, have the ability to watch and listen, but it's like I'm still talking to myself. And I can read responses back, but you just got to understand how weird it makes you feel to talk and you don't hear, oh yeah, this is, you don't hear it coming back. It just feels weird. So in essence, you have to be a bit of a crazy person to do YouTube. I'm there. I know I'm there. I'm crazy as hell. But, you got to be a little crazy to do this YouTube thing. Otherwise, it's hard to make it. It's hard to grasp your mind around the things that you got to do. Oh, somebody came in. Oh, Papaya. You ready? I'm going to bring you in. You just turned off your mic. All right, your mic's back on. You ready? You can turn off your camera if you don't want to be on camera. You there? Listen, the technology is new to me too. Say something, Papaya. I think he's having technical difficulties. That got me excited for a minute, man. You got to talk. I can talk to somebody. I think he's still trying to figure it out. Man, first I was cold this morning. Now I'm hot. It's not the lights. These are LED lights. They don't give off no heat. You gotta you might have to turn your camera around. I'm seeing floor. I see a cord. What you got going on over there? Hey, let me hide them just in case. Want to have them. It was just the floor, so. Type it. Type "you're ready" when you're ready. I think your mic and your camera is on, so you should be good. It's about to storm outside, is it? I don't know. It's just cloudy today. Feels like 72. That's good weather. Temperature around here usually drops dramatically the weekend or the week of Halloween. It's been like that ever since I was a kid and I used to go trick-or-treating. As soon as Halloween comes, that night, you got your costume on and it's cold as hell. You walking around looking like a stupid vampire. I'm trying again. Papaya? Can you hear me? Papaya salad. Can you hear me? Where'd you get that name from? still trying to figure it out. I'm glad the link worked. That says something. Forgive him, folks. He's trying to figure it out. Anybody wants to come in, you can click the link in the description. The pinned comment. Click the link in the pinned comment and you can come in. Oh, we got another person. Okay. You ready? I'll bring you in. Oh,
What's up, WJ?
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Y'all working?
Yeah, we picking up right now.
Okay. Amazon, what y'all doing?
No, we doing a load of tires, getting ready to take them down to Fort Myers.
Yeah, I was just talking to Big Vic about that tire run y'all got. I wish I could find one of those around here.
We picked up one yesterday and took it to Birmingham. Picked up one yesterday and took it to Birmingham this morning, and then hauled butt back to Georgia to pick up another one that has to be in Fort Myers in the morning.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just signed up to CH Robinson. I'm seeing some decent loads on there because I'm about done with Amazon.
So you should email me. I'll ask you 12 times to email me. You won't email me.
I did.
I don't have it. I asked you yesterday or today to email me about a collab a couple weeks ago, and then yesterday, and I never got an
email
email.
me?
Huh?
You sent it on my video about a collab? I didn't see nothing.
Yep. And then today or either yesterday, I was asking about your subscribe button, and I asked you to email it to me, and you didn't email. So I had to come on this live and say, you need to email me so I can save your email.
About the subscribe button. I sent it back in the under your when you posted it, but I custom made that.
Really?
Yeah, I used the green screen and everything, and I created that.
Well,
I can show you how to do it.
That'll work. That'll work. So why don't you email me and I'll save your email. I have something for you that'll help you get some loads.
Okay.
And I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Here, honey, you want to say hello?
How you doing, sir?
He can't hear you. You gotta put this on.
Oh,
I got you. Wait a minute. I got you in my earbuds. This is WJ. He's another box truck driver. He has a YouTube channel, and we're on his live.
Okay, how you doing, WJ?
How you doing, sir?
All right. You ain't been getting no load?
Not today. Only because it's so terrible right now. And Mothership, I was doing Mothership, but now they're acting up too.
Oh, so no.
Mothership is that one we did when we
How the Mothership went?
It was doing all right until I had a bad day with them, and now it seems like they don't want to send me loads.
You had a what now?
A bad day.
Oh, okay. Oh,
and
yeah,
I couldn't deliver like 2 of the loads because they put them on at the last minute, but I would have went over my time for driving. So I had to bring them back to the warehouse. And when you bring them back to the warehouse, they still got to pay you for it.
Oh, okay.
So because you had 2 of those, they didn't want to give you another load?
I haven't gotten the load since then. That was almost 2 weeks ago now.
So I saw your video, and like the first one was damaged, and the second one the guy wasn't there. So how is that your fault?
That was the first time. After that is when it happened. Yeah, because it happens a lot. At XPO Logistics, one of the guys that works there, he said if the shipments stay there for 2 days, like if it's supposed to go out on a Monday and it doesn't go out, let's say they couldn't get anybody to take it, if it stays there 2 days, it's going to get damaged because that's how crazy they are on the dock. So they damage a lot of stuff. The last load that I took, it was windows, and the bottom windows were broke. and they had delivered it once already. The guy rejected it, and then they had me take it right back out. And so they had to pay me to take it and pay me to bring it back. That happened twice. It's like they got so much
Wow.
money, they don't even care.
Wow.
Wow.
But
You ain't
XPO
doing
Logistics, go ahead.
Are you doing Amazon alone?
I'm trying not to right now because the prices are so low.
Right.
I looked on the Atlanta board. Well, I've been watching it for the last few days, and I promise you, there is not one load that's $2 a mile. Everything
Wow.
is $1 something a mile, and it's ridiculous. Like a load we took to Brevard, North Carolina, that paid almost $600 was on the board last night for $340.
Wow.
That's a long way.
That's a long way. That's from Georgia through South Carolina to North Carolina, next to Asheville in the real mountains.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was on the board last night for $348 to be exact. And so here's the problem, WJ. The problem is we have a lot of drivers that I don't know if they're new or if they just want to do local and they're satisfied with that pay,
Yeah.
but they're grabbing them at that low rate. And what they don't realize is that drivers have the upper hand. If drivers refuse to book those loads, the closer they get to that pickup time, they are forced to change the price
Yeah.
because they need that product moved.
Exactly.
If you just wait those loads out, they will change. But drivers just book.
Yeah.
And as long as they're gonna, and what I've noticed is the more they book those low paying loads, the lower the rates get.
Yeah. Here,
Is this your area?
yeah. And this is what I got right now. $1.64 is the top one. 247 miles. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
And the next three
That's
are
ridiculous.
decent because they're within 120 miles. So I'll take those three. I would do something like that, but I'm not even really trying to do those right now.
Right.
I see a load on CH Robinson. I can't do it because I got something booked already for later on in the week, but I see a load on there going around the same distance as 120 something miles, and it's $1,100. Like,
So there was a
everybody's
load
getting
on the
loaded.
board. There
Yeah.
was a load on the board all weekend. It was going from MG8, which is about 30 miles from my house, to San Antonio, Texas. And I was so proud of that load, but I got a feeling somebody went ahead and booked it because that load stayed on the board for 3 days.
Oh wow.
It was going 1,023 miles, and it was only paying $1,300. It
Oh
was
my.
on the board for $1.27
Oh my
a
God.
mile. So when they first booked it, they wanted it picked up at 6:30, and they posted it at 6 o'clock. Right? See, what they do is they show it. They make it look like it's ad hoc, like time to be picked up,
Yeah.
by giving you just 30 minutes to get there. Because if you pick up a load with 30 minutes to get there, you just call support, they'll fix your time.
Yeah.
So nobody picked it up. So instead of them changing the price, they changed the time from 6:30 to 7:30. Nobody picked it up. So they changed the time from 7:30 to 8:30. Then they changed the time. Because I got emails set up. So every time a load hit the board, I get an email. They
Yeah.
changed the time from 9:30 to 10:30, from 10:30 to 11:30. Then they changed it to 3 o'clock. Then they changed it to 6 o'clock. Then they changed it to the next morning. And that went on for 3 days, and then the load
Wow.
disappeared. So I don't know if they gave it to an 18-wheeler or a 53-footer, or if somebody went ahead and picked it up. But that load literally sat on the board for 3 days, and I was so proud because if we do that, they are forced to change it. And I think that testing the waters, if they can get these loads out at those prices now, then
Yeah.
what is peak going to look like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yep. That's why I'm not
that's
trying to touch
crazy.
them. My
Yeah.
lowest I'll go is $2.30 and no more than 100 miles. That's it.
We We don't book an Amazon load unless we get ready to go out on it right then. We never book it in advance. We don't even look at the board on Fridays when they first hit the board.
Yeah.
We get up 10, 11 o'clock and start looking at the load board at night
Okay.
because we're not going to grab that load until they change it to a good price.
So you're ready to go out. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how we've always done it. We don't do poster truck. We don't do any of that stuff. We did poster truck for the short period where our score was terrible, but other than that, we don't even do poster truck. We wait those loads out because it's just ridiculous. But
Yeah.
anyway, what's your email?
You got a pen?
Hold on, I'm gonna put it on my husband's phone. Send it to myself. Okay.
KNJ outdoor.
Outdoor.
Yes. At yahoo.com.
Kite November Juliet outdoor. OUTDOOR at yahoo.com.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing me in on your
I
live.
appreciate you coming through. Appreciate y'all coming through.
All right. Well, we're gonna jump on off. We're gonna getting ready to take this load home, get us 10 hours of sleep, and hit the road.
I hear you. Y'all be safe.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cool. Yeah, you guys see it right there. Amazon, do not take these super cheap loads. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're so terrible. You shouldn't even touch them. So if as far as I'm concerned, I'll take a $2.30 load with Amazon if I drive no more than 100 miles. And like I've been saying for the longest, Amazon doesn't pay for us to touch the freight. They're barely paying for us to drive the freight now. These prices are just ludicrous, to say the least. So the last thing you should do is, especially if you're desperate, is try and take these loads. Best thing to do is just get on the load board and hunt. You're just going to have to hunt. And it's going to be hard and it's going to be difficult, but I mean, oh well. It's better than taking these loads and letting Amazon get over on us in such a way that you literally just can't survive. You can't survive like that. How long have I been on? I don't even know. Oh, this will tell me. Oh, it's been an hour. Cool. Papaya salad. I tried to get you in, man. I don't know what happened with your phone, but I appreciate you trying to come through, though, man. 3 weeks. You start that. If you see this, 3 weeks, you get into that trucking school, man. Just make sure they talk about trucking or driving. Make sure they're teaching, because that was my biggest problem when I went to CDL school in 2006. Is the money that I'm paying, which was about $5,500. These guys want to talk sports. Nah, that's not what we're here for. I don't care what the Buccaneers, the Bucks, the Cowboys. I don't care what none of them are doing. Okay, I'm here to learn truck driving and learn how to pass this test. And those guys want to talk sports. So papaya salad, if you get this, make sure those teachers are going to teach you how to pass that test and how to drive correctly. That's one of our biggest problems, and why so many regulations are coming into the trucking field is because like I said before, you got all types of drivers out here, all types of people that drive all different types of ways. Same type of crazy drivers you see in cars, you'll find them in trucks. Speed, which I've talked about before, tailgating, aggressive drivers. It's crazy to be aggressive in a 70,000 pound vehicle, but they do it. You know, I've had guys flip me off for doing the speed limit. I literally had truckers pull up next to me and look at me crazy for doing the speed limit. And it's like, I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm not going any faster, you know, just because whatever you got going on, you go around me, you know. Oh, that's her. You got the right email. I got it. I'm gonna get to it as soon as once I finish this. Oh, okay. Truck smart. Truck smarter. But yeah, you know, and I want to go live more because a lot of people, every field isn't built for everybody. If you have the money or the credit or however you're going to get into this trucking thing, this box truck thing, if you're um, going that direction, there might be something else for you that you can get into and still make a bunch of money, or make a stable living if that's what you're looking to do. There's other businesses out there. So trucking isn't for everybody. Being on the road isn't for everybody. Driving long distances isn't for everybody. But there's things out there that you could capitalize on, or even jobs. There's certain um, great fields. Like here in Virginia, we got a lot of strong trades: plumbing, HVAC, electrical, welding. We got the shipyard over there. It's the biggest shipyard in the world down there in Norfolk. So if welding is something a person wanted to learn or get into that type of work, there's no better place to do it than the shipyard. And they got $1 billion contract. They're not going anywhere. I guess I'll go to about 1 hour and 30. These kids are going to get home soon. And well, the first one's going to get home. And first thing he's going to do is ask for something to eat as if he didn't eat all day. The boy is a garbage disposal. I gotta start going live a lot more. I want to hear from some of you guys out there, man. If anybody's caught the end of this and you want to come in and talk, leave a message on one of my apps, and I'll try and figure out a better time to go live. Maybe I'll have to go live in the afternoon, but it's kind of hard for me here because the kids are running around, uh, and then the dog is running around, and everybody's loud. Let me see here. Ooh, my back is burning. I've been exercising. That's another thing. That's got to happen this winter. Got to get in shape and start burning some calories. One of the best ways to defeat that virus everybody likes to talk about is exercise. One of the best ways to do it. So that's one thing that I will be working on this entire winter. It's a good time to work on it. Next summer, I'm stepping out. This TV. These crappy Amazon loads, man. Horrible. Horrible, horrible. Oh, I'm sitting here being all quiet and stuff. Trying to, yeah, so that was the box truck couple, as you guys seen. That was pretty cool. They be doing their thing down there in the Atlanta area. Yeah, she was talking about my little my little subscribe button that I made. I'm gonna do some more of those because I got some ideas on how I can do it. You see back in the back over here, my little green screen. I'm gonna make some more custom ones in the coming weeks. I got a lot of video ideas that I'm gonna get out one of these days. One of these days. Yeah, I think I had more luck on my live streams when I gave a shout out to when I'd be doing it. I try not to catch people off guard, but I was just sitting around today, so I was like, forget it. I haven't made a video this week yet, so do a live stream. It's good, just as good as a video. Hopefully, actually, I gotta shoot a video today. Man. I tell you, the way they try to get over on us is just ridiculous. They need to, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do poster truck. I don't want to do that. I don't want to give them that satisfaction. Honestly, if I can stay away from Amazon completely, I will. Only because that's what they need. They need to understand that they can't build out that network completely by themselves of post office facility deliveries. They can't build out that network by themselves. Now, it would be nice if Amazon were to become a broker for other companies and not just their freight. But my problem with that is then they probably become a tyrant, and when it comes to their stuff or other people's stuff, the cut that they want to take from it. Jeff Bezos is already rich enough, and every CEO, every executive underneath him. But just the cut they want to take from it if they started brokering other companies' loads, it probably wouldn't look good. It'd probably be like 15% or something. Give us 15%, and then we'll you can broker your loads through Amazon. But nah. Well, I think it's been a successful stream. I like it. I shall chop this up and make a video out of it. Yeah, I gotta start going live more. I like going live. I like talking to people. It's cool. Anybody on there? Anybody? The link is up at the top if you want to come in. Click the link in the chat. Oh no! Wait a minute! Wait. Black Titan, hold on. You got a question, bro? Ask away. Click that link, man. Come on in here. I will stay on if you got a question, man. You can text it too. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're comfortable with. If you wanted to get on camera, though, that'd be cool too. Conversation flows so much better. Let me see if I can get access to that. Let me see. How's the load board looking in Vegas? We'll do a 75-mile radius. Let's see. Oh, that's not posted truck. Hold on, I'm messing up. Equipment. 26-foot box truck. We'll do a 75-mile radius. Do one way. Okay, my problem right now, man, is my early access is not here. Now I can see my loads for some reason, but it's not showing me anything in Vegas. Driver type, start date, city. It's like every run now. Oh, you just woke up. No problem, man. Let me see. It's like my last run that I did, I messed up on the time a little bit, and they ding your score. Like they ding your score so quick. So now I'm back down to a B, which you need an A or A plus to get early access. And my trajectory is going back to an A plus because I already disputed it. But they take it away. They literally took it away from me in 4 hours. So right now, I don't see anything in Vegas. One way, Las Vegas, 50-mile radius. I'll do 75. No excluded cities. See, I get tractor trailer loads. I don't get box truck loads, which is crazy. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Here we go. I see him. All right. What I'm going to do for you, all right, Black Titan. Here, check this out. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'll close that window. I'll pull this one out. Share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see it. Oops, hold up. Understand. Go to a window. All right, here we go. So they got loads. I see 16 of them. Look at these rates though. These rates are horrible, man. $1.46, $1.61, $1.71. These rates are trash. These rates are pure trash. Like the money might seem like it's worth it, but then 279 miles. There's no way that's cool. There's absolutely no way that's cool. $352, $1.47 for 240 miles. No, we should be starting to pick up right now. The fact that you see this many loads right here, right now, shows that it's picking up. What's happening is, if you go back and look in the live stream, Box Truck Couple, if you follow them, they were on, and she was saying the same thing. People are taking these loads at these prices. So what's Amazon going to do? They're going to start giving us these loads at these prices. They're going to keep pushing the envelope and keep dropping the price until what, we're doing it for free, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, there's no way you can make this make sense. $470, right? $470. By the time you drive 279 miles, 280 miles, oh, plus the 12 miles to get to the facility in Las Vegas. By the time you drive 12 miles and then drive to the facility, and also it's 12 miles. It depends on where you live from the facility. By the time you get 279 miles away, then you got to drive 279 miles back home. There's no way 470 is enough. Like 470 should be a 110-mile run. People are settling way too soon. They're settling way too soon. And it's messing up the game. I mean, I can't blame Amazon for that, because they're like, cool, they're willing to take it for even cheaper. How cheap can we go? I get that. That's where the drivers need to put their foot down and say, we're not going that cheap. Actually, we shouldn't even be nowhere close to being this cheap. But what's happening is people got truck payments, they got insurance to pay, they got bills to pay, and they're like, I got to do something. I got to do something now. So I'm going to just have to work Monday through Sunday just to make ends meet. You know, that's what's happening. And it's not cool. I got Uber Freight on my phone. I haven't taken anything from them yet. I haven't seen anything from them yet. I went to Mothership for a little bit, and Mothership rates are much better. But what Mothership gets paid versus what they're paying us, it's a ripoff too. It really is. So I'm gonna try this C.H. Robinson. Big Vic told me about C.H. Robinson, so I'm signing up to C.H. Robinson to see what they got going on. And from what I see from their rates, I can't pull it up on the computer because it's just an app on my phone. From what I see in their rates, they're paying. They pay decently for what I'm seeing in their inventory of if you're going to drive. Let's see, what's a good one here? 202. I see one going to Richmond, Virginia, going to Burlington, New Jersey. Right. 273 miles, $870 is what they're offering. That's decent, you know. That's a good question. If you're paying your insurance off for the year, there is a possibility you can make that make sense, but I still wouldn't do it because it's too cheap. It's too cheap. You didn't get into this business to take the cheapest rate. If you're paying your insurance off for the year and you don't have a truck payment, hit the road with it. Make $5,000 a week instead of $5,000 for the month. You know, the issue is you having a new authority, and that's a problem. So I get it. It's a catch-22 starting with these low rates. Like when I started earlier this year, if
if the rates were this low, I probably would have been out of business already because there's no way I could have survived at $1.47 a mile unless I'm on the road Monday through Sunday. And you know, some people do want to work like that. I didn't. I don't. I don't want to work like that. I mean, I don't mind working hard, but I don't want to work like that. You know, so it's a possibility you could make that make sense. That's a talk you got to have with yourself. If you can make it make sense, I would say don't book in advance. Book everything at the last minute to try and get the highest price. Like stay up late at night, like take your nap, get ready to drive, like the box truck couple does. Um, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you're ready to go out and try and catch a load then. Just keep refreshing it then. I mean, you possibly could make that make sense though. No truck payment. That's one load. Let's see, that's one day's worth of work basically. 279 miles. So if you can make 470 a day, that's $2,300 a week if you got that particular rate every day. And that's decent. If you don't have a truck payment and you paid your insurance off, you can make that make sense. It's still a very cheap rate, but you can make that make sense. Probably like 1,000 to 900 to about 1,500. I paid 1,200, which ain't horrible. It's not hard to come up with that money, or it hasn't been hard to come up with that money. I guess it also depends on how new your truck is. I mean, my truck is a 2013, and you know the price of it. I paid after I paid the deposits and everything. My truck was 29, so some people are paying 45, 50, 60 because of the price hike. You know, scarcity of the truck. So if that's the case, then it's like, okay, well, now you'll be paying 1,500, 1,600. I mean, you're in tractor trailer territory now, paying upwards of 1,800, $2,000 for a truck. Difference is a tractor trailer can make that money back easy. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely work there, and over the course of next month, up until Christmas, if you know you're on the West Coast, well, you're on the West, in the Vegas area, they got all those container ships sitting out there uh, on the coast, California, and I don't know why they're not letting them unload or do whatever they got to do to get that product off. But a surge in product would be an urgency to get the product to the stores it's got to go to, which would then in turn benefit us because there's already a shortage of us. And if they got a lot of product, people trying to, these stores trying to get their product, they're like, okay, well, I'll pay more. I need my stuff now. That would benefit us in the long run. So it's I don't know. Like I said, it seems like they're trying to damage the whole industry by doing this, letting stuff just sit off the coast. All these container ships just sit out there. Yeah, I've heard somebody else talk about them. I'm not too familiar with the government contracts, but I mean, it's a surefire. It's a surefire. It definitely is a surefire. If you can get one, good money.
Is it raining? Oh.
Well, But I think a lot of people, if you're already on the path to getting the truck and this is what you're going to do, kudos, definitely. But a lot of people are getting into this thinking it's going to be as easy as YouTubers make it out to be. Don't get me wrong, it's by no means rocket science, but it's not as easy as people make it out to be. There's other businesses to look at. There really is. There's a lot of businesses out there you can look at. And I don't think a lot of people, don't get me wrong, sometimes you got to jump. That's what I did. I seen this, but I had been in this field before to jump, so I knew what I was working with and looking at. Back in 2006, when I was getting my CDL, the whole purpose of me getting my CDL was to become an owner-operator, but I was in the moving field. Atlas Van Lines at the time. So that was the whole purpose of it. I knew about a lot of this stuff already, but a lot of people get into this and they just don't understand the hustle. Which, to be honest, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, there's a hustle in everything you do. I mean, my YouTube channel is one of the things that I want to get there. You know, I got some things that I want to do with this that if I don't hustle and keep it going, then it'll never happen. That's the same thing with this trucking thing and any other business that people tend to get into. It's like, sometimes it ain't as nice as it seems. Oh yeah, the warehouse game, man. Listen, I told myself that some years back. I was like, you know what? I ain't getting another job at a warehouse, man. I ain't doing it. If I don't care where I gotta go, I ain't getting another job at a warehouse. And a t-shirt. I want to. Speaking of t-shirts, real quick, I want a direct to garment machine. I want to do my own t-shirts too. That machine is like $4,000, man. But I'm gonna get one. One of these days. But yeah, some years back I said I ain't going to another warehouse in our area, the Richmond, Virginia area. Richmond, Chesterfield, Prince George, Petersburg, Dinwiddie, basically surrounding areas. We got tons of warehouses. And most people have worked in most of them. Food Line distribution, Walmart distribution. Now we got Amazon, Tyson's Chicken, Purdue Chicken. I mean, we got everything here. Marva Made Milk, Haverty's, Hill Phoenix, RTS. We got everything here. We got every type of warehouse you can think of here. I used to live in West Virginia. Woo. I've been through West Virginia. I had to go to Atlanta to get the truck. I had to fly out of it at Atlanta when I went to go get my truck. The truck was in Alabama. How'd you get out to Vegas? Well, I'm from Colorado, so you're on my side of the country, and I'm on your side of the country. So I'm originally from Denver. People ask me that, how'd you get to Virginia? Good answer. That right there is what I tell people. Like, this country is huge. I know people here in Virginia who have never left Virginia. I know people in Richmond who have never been 30 miles to Petersburg. People in Petersburg who've never been 10 miles to Hopewell. And these are cities that, if you drive, you'd miss them, and they've never been to them. That whole taking a risk thing, that's a tough one right there. It's like people don't want to do that. They don't want to take that risk. To do that type of risk, that says that you're willing to take the loss too. That's inherent. You're willing to take the reward that possibly could come with it and the failure that comes with it. But the point is, you're not afraid of it. And that's what being an entrepreneur to me is. It's like, I don't know where my next paycheck is coming from. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna get paid. Well, this week I do, but next week I don't know. I could get a job. I couldn't get a job. I don't know. That scares a lot of people, but it doesn't scare me. That's That's that risk right there. You got to be able to take that risk. But let's say we already know the worst outcome, right, of taking that risk. We know the possibility of failure. That's always there, right? But we don't fathom the upside. You could become a millionaire out there. You ain't the only one, man. That's a part of life, and that's a part of growing. That's the beautiful part about it too. You got to be willing to do that and go through that. Nowadays, I don't even. Wow. Yeah, you doing your thing. Yeah, failure is a part of life, man. If you're not failing, you're not learning. That's plain and simple. Oh, son just got home. Yeah, if you're not failing, you are not learning. That's a part of the learning process, and I think we have gotten to a point in so high sedity here in America that we don't understand the beauty of failure. Tell kids, no, you didn't fail. Here's a trophy. Like, nah, you failed. You sucked and you failed, and that kid was better than you. That used to make a kid, I can do better. I can dig down deeper. He dig down deeper than you. She went harder than you. We don't tell people that no more. My kids failed, like, oh well, I mean, you failed. I mean, that kid worked harder than you. That you didn't study hard enough, and here's the result of it. No, you don't get a trophy. No, you don't get ice cream and pizza afterwards. You failed. That used to make a person dig in. Oh, those days are long gone. It used to make a person dig in. I still use those tactics to this day. I don't reward myself for failing. Black Titan, you use the same lingo I do. This ain't your fourth quarter, man. This is your third quarter. Okay, I'm in my fourth quarter. No, I'm at the end of my third quarter. You're at the beginning. At your age, you're at the beginning, because I did the same thing. You're at the beginning of your third quarter. So now you really got to be extremely intentional with all of your actions. So by the time you get to the end of your third quarter, you ain't got to punt. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the end of the third quarter, and it's like I told my friends a couple years ago, like within the past 2 years, I said, yo, everything is on the table. Every skill I got, every move I make. I stopped YouTube in 2017. I started and I stopped in 2017. I said, this year, too much money on the table. Everything. I'm putting my face on this camera. I'm going to talk. I don't care if nobody's listening. I'm going to have a back catalog of 600 videos for somebody to see, especially my kids, because that's really the main reason why I do this, because I want my kids to have something to see. If I'm not, just in case I'm not around, here's my words, follow them. You will be successful. So yeah, I'm 40, so I'll be 41 in December, and I still feel young. I mean, I don't feel like I'm 40, but you know, it is what it is. But everything's on the table, and everything is a go. And the way they're treating us out here, everybody, the middle class, the way they're degrading us, it's like, man, you got to get to the other side. And you got to get to the other side. And once you get to the other side, then you can turn around and reach back and help the next person. Like, I can't help as much as I want to help, as much as our friends and family, well, family really, use us for help. It's like, it's hard to help when I might seem like I'm doing well, but we're just as broke as you. Not relatively, but you know, I work as much as I can. Man, you sound like me. You sound like I'm talking to myself. I'm a big procrastinator too. I was supposed to go, just a little taste of my procrastination. I was supposed to go live last Thursday. Sat around, Then Friday, sat around Saturday, sat around Sunday. I finally decided to go live. No, I went live super late. That's what it was. And I was like, man, I should have got my ass up and went live just to talk because I like to talk to people. But yeah, I'm a big procrastinator too, and that's one of my like exercising. I went outside last night. My weights are in the shed. Went outside last night to exercise. You know, so much procrastination. Yeah, we might be cousins out this piece, man. I know my grandmother, my mother's mother, was from Ohio, so she from the East. I got family all around this country. I just don't know where they are. Yeah, but and you're right. It's the human experience. That's why I'm a big proponent of mentors. Mentors can help the younger folk get past that. Cousin Pete. I got a couple of younger guys that when they call, I make sure I answer the phone. You know, I let them live their life because I'm not there yet. But when I get there, I'm a damn sure be more active with them, including my children. I do the same thing with my children. But like my youngest son is 20. But when they call, I answer the phone and make sure I answer their questions because one of them, what is he? He's 22 this year. So he's just a couple years older than my son. I used to work with him at one of the HVAC places, but when he calls, he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I make sure I stop what I'm doing. I'm playing a game. I'm doing something. Make sure I take his phone calls. So because he actually looks up to me, you know. So mentoring is one of those things that, and it's a conundrum in our society right now. Like right now, it's like don't date women with children. I get that. A single man shouldn't date women with children, but at the same time, the men that are already established and stable, they should reach out to some of these children that don't have their fathers and try and be that role model for them, because that's what we're missing with a lot of these young boys and girls, and that's why they're acting out the way they are, because they have literally nobody give them. Well, they're mothers, but usually their mothers are working and dealing with life, so you just can't replace a good father. That's basically what I'm saying. You can't replace or substitute strong male role models. We all know the value of female role models and how impactful that is on our society, but we kind of look over male role models. Like when I was 20, if I had somebody in my mind state telling me, "Hey dummy, what are you doing?" I'd be a totally different person. Wow. Yeah, and for you, don't go back into that situation, a situation like that again. Unfortunately, I watch a lot of Kevin Samuels. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm married, but I watch a lot of Kevin Samuels, and the stuff that he's trying to tell people is, in my eyes, accurate. Yeah, yeah, and people, I guess, get upset and hate on the things that he says, but it's just a reflection of ourselves. And one of the things that's I've stood out for myself and I've recognized about myself is that when it comes to your problems, check this out. When it comes to your problems, right? Good and bad, because we all like taking credit for the good stuff. We don't like taking credit for the bad stuff. When it comes to your problems, the person in the mirror is 99.9% to blame. It's just that easy. So the things that happen to you are your fault. Yeah, Dr. Dude that goes in the women. Well, he ain't no doctor, but he do go in on the women. But that's because people are so delusional. People are delusional. People are delusional. Yeah, and see, I don't, I say that, but you got to be able to use it on yourself. So when I say, okay, let's say you're at a job, and I tell this is the scenarios I've given my son. Let's say you're at a job, and the boss doesn't like you. Okay, the boss doesn't like you, and you leave early. You have tensions with the boss. Have you ever tried to do the opposite and do exactly what the boss wanted? And if he still doesn't like you, give him time. Keep doing the best you. And then if he still doesn't like you, then it's his problem. But if you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do, most of the time the boss won't even look at you, you know. But most people will say, "Oh, he doesn't like me, so I'm gonna take off early, or I'm gonna cuss him out, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that." Well, you're making it worse on yourself, which means you're the problem. You know, rarely is it outside forces that cause us problems. It's usually us doing things that cause a reaction on the outside force, which makes it looks like it's the outside force because we never pick ourselves first. You know, I told my son this because he just got in trouble again in Atlanta, and he's trying to justify what happened and why this happened. I'm like, dude, it's your fault. If you didn't think about this information, it's your fault, plain and simple. Take responsibility for your actions, you know. But I mean, that's what the world tells us to do. Blame everybody else, and it's not just women. It's not just men. It's not black. It's not white. It's blame everybody else for what happens to me. 100% correct. 100% correct. And the crazy part is, the second you take control of that and you understand that you are in control of your actions 100%, then let's take a crappy job. You're on a crappy job. It's up to you to be the best worker. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody gets irritated with you. It's up to you to not get irritated with them for getting irritated with you. You know what I'm saying? Other people's actions shouldn't knock you off your square, but that's what happens. Easier said than done. I'm not even gonna, make it seem as if that's not a thing. Oh wow, okay. Yeah. Easier said than done. But at the same time, you gotta start that practice of blame self first and figure out what you can do to change it. Sometimes those are like the secrets to life. And those are the things that we've gotten away from as a society over the past 15, 20 years. Second place trophies, third place trophies. Like, nah, you got to fail, man. You got to fail hard and you got to fail public. Like Evan Samuel says, you got to fail in public. Shame. Have some shame. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be so prideful. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I created my channel, is for that very reason, because it's important. People need to hear it. People need to see it, and they need to talk about it. For the traumas that we have, for the lack that we have, I didn't have a father growing up. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things I remember when I was 6, 7 years old, I said, when I have kids, I ain't never going to leave my kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I'm broke out on the street. My kids are going to know who I am, and they're going to know that I love them. I've been saying that all my life until I had children. It's like, yep, I'm here. You got a question, I'm here. So it's like, some of the stuff we go through as people of all backgrounds, ethnicities, and all that good stuff, it's good to talk about it. It's very good to talk about it, and then find solutions. Because listen, we're on YouTube. YouTube is a cesspool. Let's be honest. It's a cesspool. But I don't focus. I see the problems. Everybody sees the problems. What are the solutions? Let's talk about those. Because you listen to politics, it's they did this, the other person did this. Everybody's pointing fingers. Okay, so what's the solution now? Business, school, economics. We all can point out the problems. What's the solution? What's the solution? So that's what I'd rather focus on is the answer, because especially when it comes to the next generation. I don't know if you guys watched The Lead Attorney, but one of the things he said, because he got a YouTube course that he done started up trying to get people to get into YouTube. And one of the things he said resonated with me because it's kind of like why I started my YouTube channel. If you're over 40, you should start a YouTube channel. Why? Because you have something to give to the next young man or woman. You have something. And that's one of the things I think about is like all my life. I got a friend that's been in the army. He was in the army. I've been telling him to start a YouTube channel. He wasn't in the army for long. He's done a lot of things, but it's like, he's like, man, I ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm like, dog, we sit and talk for 3 and 4 hours. What do you mean you ain't got nothing to talk about? Yeah, that's deep. When did my dad die? Like, I seen my dad in 85. That was the last time I seen him. And then we left Denver in 91, I think it was. And then I talked to him when I was 26. And then after that, he passed away in 2019 and he died alone. He said, talk about the Amazon rates all day, please. I can show you yours. I mean, if that's what you into, I can show them to you. See, eventually I'm going to shift because I'm an entrepreneur. Oh, you can see yours? Cool. I'm an entrepreneur. I found out I was an entrepreneur when I was in 26. I like all different types of. I like business. That's what I like. I didn't know I liked business till I was forced to take that path. And once I took that path, it's like the only thing I can equate it to is when I got into cameras. It's like you've been bitten, and it's like every day you're like, oh my God, I got to do this. I just love this. You know, it's like a drug. What up, man? WTTA News. Hey, y'all need to go subscribe to his channel. Talk about that crypto news. That's a whole nother conversation. I don't know if you guys are ready for that, but you need to get into that. But when I got bit by the entrepreneur bug, it's just one of those things that once I did it, there's no turning back. I feel like Spider-Man can't go back to just regular Peter Parker. He was bit already. So that business bug is, I don't know. It's just something that I don't think I ever can shake, and don't want to. Yeah, very much so. And like I was saying earlier, it's a path that it's scary to most. Back when I used to date a lot of nurses for some reason. I always talked to a nurse. But I remember I was dating this one nurse and I asked her, she was an RN, so she was making great money. I said, would you rather have $100,000 one time for the year, or would you rather have $50,000 spread out in paychecks? She told me $50,000 in paychecks. And I'm like, well, you wouldn't take double more just once? And having conversations like that with people made me realize money management is so key. Like, people blow money. Like, you're buying things that you don't need on a constant basis. Money management is so critical. It's just critical, man. And a lot of people, they just, no matter how much money they make, they can't get it right. My wife, she back when she worked at was it Wells Fargo? Yeah, she worked at Wells Fargo. And she used to tell me all the time, like, people would get their paychecks, and I'm talking thick paychecks. Like, every 2 weeks you making $4,500, $5,500 deposited into your account type money. They can get it deposited on the Friday. Saturday they're broke. Like, that's how bad it is with money management. And it's not just the poor. People think, somebody working at McDonald's has bad money management skills. Oh, they can't pay their bills. They ain't making enough money. That could be true. But there are also people who are making $120,000, $150,000 a year who eat out every single meal. And I'm not talking McDonald's. I'm talking Ruth Chris, Cheesecake Factory. You know what I'm saying? And always got to buy clothes and always buying lavish things, who live on the same level as that person at McDonald's. And that to me just blows my mind. It's the craziest thing. But it happens. It's real. It's a real thing. Yeah. Bad habits pass down too. You want to hop in this live, man, you can hit that link. You don't got to be on camera. You have your voice. You're a mysterious guy. Yeah, and those are the habits that I try and tell my children about all the time. Like, money management is key. I don't care where you work. I don't care how much you make. People go broke every day in all levels of society. Oh, you driving? Oh, you still at work? Better get off this phone, boy. Yeah, and bad habits die hard. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They die really, really hard. I imagine one of these days I'm gonna have a live with a couple hundred people up on here. I'm working towards that. That's what I'm working towards. All I got to do is stop my procrastination. Stop my procrastination and get it in. Ah, boy. It's been a good conversation today. Well, I have approached the 2-hour mark, so I guess I shall call this a success. Everybody left. See, all I really need is one or two people to talk to, and I'm good. That's all I need. Talk for hours. Ask my wife. I'll talk your head off. Talk you to sleep and back awake again. Playing with me. I got thoughts. Okay, I ain't even gonna say it. I got something to film about thoughts. I'm a thinker. Okay, that's a gift and a curse. Well, guess I'll go ahead and shut this bad boy down. So, if you made it to the end of the video, please subscribe. Oh, no problem, dog. This was impromptu, and hopefully, I can start doing these more. I need to start doing them more. I need to start doing them a lot more, because people like to talk. I like to talk to people. I got on this app. I got on the Streamlab. They can actually hit the link and come in and chat. That's what I'm trying to get people to do. I want them to come in and talk. It makes the conversation flow better. But yeah, like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Peace.